It's not just Venezuelans, it's Bolivians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, people who live in one common watershed which goes from the Andes to the Amazon. But they have been divided up. There is a movement against dams in Latin America, but it is not as pronounced and developed and organized. But once again, we have our eyes on India in particular as a country which has world renowned for fighting big dam projects. Usually the struggle is more directly against multinational corporations.
The degrowth উন্নয়ন একটি মিথ্যা.
Hello, greetings. My name is Quincy Saul. I'm from the United States, but I live in Sri Lanka, and I've been working for many years in collaboration with comrades in Venezuela. The people in Venezuela have created a vision for the world of a 500-year plan for the return of fresh water and for rivers to flow freely and for us to reorganize our whole political societies around water. And they are doing this by working with children. They're doing this by working with the elders. And I think it's a very powerful vision which can unite not only South America, but the whole world. The idea is that we can't do this quickly. We need a 500-year plan because the pollution and the destruction and the damming and the division of our rivers didn't happen overnight. It's taken centuries to get us into this mess. It will take us centuries more to get out. So I invite you, I hope you will look out for the Ecosocialist International, which came out of the plan of action of the Ecosocialist International, which came out of Venezuela in 2017. And it's not just Venezuelans, it's Bolivians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, people who live in one common watershed which goes from the Andes to the Amazon. But they have been divided up. So I think this is a very relevant experience when we are discussing rivers in South Asia, discussing Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. This is a common continent, and the rivers once flowed freely. And if we work together and we work with our children and our grandchildren, we can ensure that they will flow freely once again. Thank you. The movement against dams is not as... there is a movement against dams in Latin America, but it is not as pronounced and developed and organized as the comrades in South Asia. So we are here to learn from you in the Americas about how you have been fighting dams. All over the world, these hydropower projects are being sold to the people, and they're being promoted by the ruling classes as a kind of renewable energy projects. But the people on the ground know what this is really about. We're not against all dams. Small dams, micro dams, this is an ancient technology for thousands of years our people have been using. But we need to unite against these horrible mega projects, these horrible gigantic dams which are damming our rivers. The main issues affecting rivers in Venezuela and Latin America in general are the same issues that affect you here in South Asia. It is pollution, mega projects, sand mining, any kind of mining, deforestation. These are issues that are in common to the whole world because we are all suffering from the same development model, which is the capitalist, colonialist, imperialist system, which destroys nature. It's not just exploiting people, it's destroying nature. And if we understand that we are part of nature, we will understand that we cannot have freedom for ourselves while we are destroying Mother Earth. And these are our arteries, our rivers, and these should be the ways for our people to reconnect. Right now they're being destroyed, but there are many good experiences in Latin America of people struggling against deforestation, against mining, against pesticide, agricultural pollution. But once again, we have our eyes on India in particular as a country which has world renowned for fighting big dam projects. No, the situation is a little bit different in Latin America because some of the governments, as a result of decades of revolutionary people's movements, they have elected governments which are much more sympathetic to people's movements. And they have enacted some very good laws to protect rivers, to protect forests, but it is a 500-year system. So it's the system of capitalism, the whole economic system from the times of the colony has been about the destruction of nature and the exploitation of human beings. So it can't change overnight. There are many struggles in Latin America which are directly against the state, but in places like Ecuador, Bolivia, Venezuela, sometimes people are in opposition to the state, but often they are in conversation with the state because these are states that emerged from revolutionary processes. So even though it's very complex, there's lots of conflict, usually the struggle is more directly against multinational corporations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
all.
you. Thank you.